Over the next 5 years, enterprises will build 500 million apps using cloud-native tools and methods, and that's equal to the total number of apps built over the last 40 years. And VMware is transforming vSphere into the app platform of the future with native Kubernetes. In this episode of VM in 5, we are taking a look at VMware's Project Pacific. Hi, I'm Dan Kerr. Project Pacific empowers IT operators and developers to accelerate innovation by converging Kubernetes, containers, and VMs into VMware's vSphere platform. Project Pacific fuses vSphere with Kubernetes to enable your teams to accelerate development and operations of modern apps on vSphere. Project Pacific is about app management and transforms vSphere into a Kubernetes native platform by integrating a Kubernetes control plane directly into ESXi and vCenter, making it the control plane. And this will allow IT operators to run virtual machines alongside containers on a single platform. This is a fundamental evolution of VMware's core infrastructure offering, vSphere. It's a rethink and an evolution of vSphere from top to bottom, and it will offer some key capabilities. First, embedding Kubernetes into the control plane of vSphere unifies access to compute, storage, and networking resources, and also converges VMs and containers using the new vSphere native pods. Additionally, Project Pacific will deliver Kubernetes clusters as a service to developers. Next, IT will now have unified visibility for Kubernetes clusters, containers, and existing virtual machines from vCenter, as well as the ability to apply vSphere capabilities like high availability, distributed resource scheduler, and vMotion at the app level. And lastly, Project Pacific will also empower IT operations and developers to collaborate. Operations will use vSphere tools to deliver Kubernetes clusters to developers who can then use Kubernetes APIs to access the software-defined data center infrastructure. Both developers and IT operations will gain a consistent view via Kubernetes constructs in vSphere. Those capabilities will unlock some key benefits, like increased velocity. Developers will be able to innovate faster with a self-service interface. Another benefit is control at scale. IT operations will now be able to easily manage access to resource allocation for both containers and virtual machines, providing the ability to run modern apps securely and at scale. Organizations can now leverage and build on their existing skill set and investment in tools to now support both existing and modern apps on one single platform. Project Pacific has some key technologies that were introduced. First is the supervisor cluster. This is a Kubernetes cluster that is built into vSphere and used to manage vSphere features. Second is vSphere native pods. These are pods that will be hosted in lightweight VMs that run directly on ESXi. This brings ESX and vSphere into containers and provides efficiency, security, and performance benefits. Next are Kubernetes custom resource definitions that will expose the vSphere API in a Kubernetes native way. And lastly, Project Pacific introduces Kubernetes Cluster Service. That creates clusters on demand that are conformant with upstream Kubernetes. Well, that's a brief overview of Project Pacific, and in the show description, I've added links to everything I've referenced in this episode and provide much more detail than what I've touched on today. If you have any questions or comments, tweet at me or the show, or contact your VMware account team. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And that does it for this episode of VM in 5. Thanks for watching.